Okay, so now we're gonna do our Uchimata entry and the basic foundation stuff, but this time from an underhook. And I wanna kind of classify why the whizzer and the underhook are so much different for this technique. Sure, you may land in an underhook if you successfully do this Uchimata. I just feel like it's more difficult to get a good person with an underhook unless you do some very important things. My underhook, right here, I should be grabbing this shoulder. This is my life force if I'm doing Uchimata. There's nothing stopping him from doing like a full-on guitar hero, right? He's playing the guitar as I enter to be able to just shoo me out in front of him and take my back. So I gotta disguise the entry, I gotta be able to do combinations, I gotta hold on to that shoulder for dear life. So if I just wanted to do an Uchimata and he decides to limp arm, like I've just lost him. So it's really important that we're not so on the nose with it, and we've done a few things correct before we just blast in. Because if it's anyone as good as Max, he's gonna feel it coming and he's just gonna kind of point to the ceiling and come around and take your back, okay? So, I personally like to do a few things. I like to use more of like a leg Uchimata. Not like, I'm gonna blast through you with everything through the center and split your uprights. But what I like to do is kind of come out from an angle. So I just lift up from his knee. There's about a 6-inch area right below and right above the knee that I kind of want to break his balance from. I got to pull hard and I'm going to rotate and circle and be able to kind of make that into a leg Uchimata, not a hip Uchimata. There's a big difference. And it's a lot harder when we're spinning and rotating for him to limp arm because he's on one foot. It's really important that if I do this with a big explosion, I'm trying to cut through him. If he limp arms, he just has my back. But if I'm out here, he's on one foot. Even if he does limp arm, I still have a wrist. I still have some semblance of control where I have a back take at least. And that's a lot of times this transitions into, is if I'm doing an Uchimata, now I just have a good back take instead of like a big throw. So you gotta be able to kind of be ready for all these different reactions your good opponents and okay opponents will give you. But for starters, we're just gonna do this kind of can-can, hopping and circling Uchimata, rather than like, ha-boom, right? So we're gonna kind of kick and rotate in that flick motion, but shallower, not so deep. Okay, I still wanna pull, I still wanna shrug to break his balance, but this time I'm entering shallow. I'm falling in side control with my underhook. Again, over here. So I have my underhook, I'm grabbing that shoulder, wrist control. Now I could do my T-step entry, but I want to do it more shallow. Or I could do my back step entry, but I want to do it more shallow. Or I could do my flick step, but shallow. I don't want to try and blast through him, okay? Right? One more time. Facing your back to that. Right here. So with the underhook, a little degree of difficulty is higher. The position's a little bit more dominant, but you know, the ramifications of doing it wrong, you know, they're pretty high. So you don't want to make the little mistakes and give up his arm and give up your back. Give it a try.